right, so our objective for math today is I will be able to apply concepts to complete math boxes. So a lot of this is review and just going over everything so that way you guys can keep up good practice. Sometimes I'll say little clues and hints to help you along the way. But if you don't feel like you need any clues or hints, then you could go ahead and skip ahead to English Language Arts, and there you go. All right, so the first math box is to complete the extended fact triangle, write the extended fact family. So 50 times 3 equals what? And so I want blank divided by 50 equals 3, blank divided by 3 equals 50, and all of those written down below. And remember your basic fact to help you. You just ignore the zeros and then put the 0 back into your product. All right, this one you are filling in the missing numbers, okay? So, and you are going to move this circle to the point 2/3. So now we do know, that's a little hint, that this is broken up into thirds. So you're going to want to write 0, 1, all right? And then move the circle to the point at 2/3. Write two different fractions that name the shaded area of the circle. So there is 2 out of the total, okay? So that's one way to write it. And another way to write it would be just looking at half of it as the whole. And that would be another way to write down the other fraction. All right. How can knowing 3 times 5 equals 15 help you complete the extended fact triangle in problem 2? That's pretty self-explanatory, which problem 2 is the very first problem. All right. Next, we have shade 3 of the circles, which is already done for you, okay? What fractions of the circle is not shaded? Fill in the circle next to the correct answer. So you're going to take this circle and you're going to drag it and drop it into your answer. And remember, we want what fraction is not shaded. Lou's Pizza Restaurant wants to bake a record-breaking pizza with a perimeter greater than 456 feet. Many cooks work together to bake this pizza. Will this pizza break the record? What is the perimeter? And remember, perimeter is adding up all of the side lengths. It's not multiplication. You're adding 109 plus 143 plus the length of this side plus the length of that side. Since this is a rectangle, we know that the length of this side is the same here, and the length of this side is the same below. Write the whole number that is equivalent to each fraction. You may use your fraction tools. So you could go over and look or write a number line. You can do fraction strips, whatever you need it to be able to figure this out. So here we have 3 over 1, or 3 out of 1, 6 out of 1, 2 out of 2, 4 out of 2. Insert parentheses to make the number sentence true. So this one, you are figuring out where do the parentheses go. So you're going to drag and drop them over, okay? So this one is 160 minus 80 times 2. You need to solve it so that it equals 0. And you got to tell me what the parentheses mean, whatever you did first, right? So some of you guys might do 80 times 2 first, or 160 minus 80 first. Both of those are correct. You just need to figure out which one works with the correct parentheses. Fill in the missing rule and the missing numbers. So I always like to skip down to when I have a complete set. This is incomplete, incomplete. So this one we go 1 to 6. The number goes up, so I know that I'm not subtracting and I'm not dividing. I have to either be adding or multiplying. So since 1 plus 5 equals 6, Does 6 plus 5 equals 36? No, so that's not our rule. So you need to find what can I do from here that'll be the same when I go to here. And then you could do the rest of the boxes and put the rule in here. Name at least one fraction that is greater than a fourth and less than 4/4. Sketch a number line, a fraction strip, or fraction circle pieces to show that your answer is true. We provided for you the number line so that you have that visual as well to help you along with this problem. On the first day of spring, the length of daytime and nighttime are about the same. There are 24 hours in a day. What is the length of daytime? If the sun rises at 6:51 a.m. on that day, at about what time do you expect it to set? Put these facts in order from least to the greatest product. So you might be able to already know what will make a small product versus what will make a large product. Remember, a product is the whole that you are multiplying to. For instance, the product of 3 times 3 is 9. So the product is 9. The factors are 3 and 3. So right now you have all of these factors and you need to order them for the greatest product. You can solve each of these and then order them. That's fine. But there are some tricks that you can use to know that maybe this is going to be a small product versus this. All right, you're going to solve. It doesn't tell you to list the basic fact to help you. You just have to know what basic fact works. So 5 times 60, 70 times equals 280. Times 5 equals 450. 6 times equals 360. Fill in the circles next to all the ways to break apart 14 times 6. Now remember, when we're breaking apart 14 times 6, you can draw out a rectangle and see what you will want to break apart. That's what I like to do, so I'm going to just show you real quick on how I would do that on a piece of paper. I would draw out a rectangle, 14 and 6, like that. And that way I can look at how I would break apart each thing and see what which ones match how I would break this apart. So there are multiple answers, which is why you have multiple circles. Place the circle over your answers. All right, books sold at a fair. We have a beautiful chart right here, number of books sold. It looks like this chart is in increments of 5. I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And here are days of the week, Monday through Friday. How many fewer books were sold on Wednesday? So here's Wednesday. And Thursday, here's Thursday. Then on Monday and Tuesday. So what you need to do to solve this problem is you need to add Wednesday and Thursday together. And then you need to add Monday and Tuesday together and see what is the difference between those numbers. So Monday and Tuesday added together, I'm just going to guess, is about 50. And then Wednesday and Thursday added together might be about 40. So adding all of that, or looking at those two numbers, what is the difference between 40 and 50? It would be about 10. So that is your hint for doing this problem. Complete the extended fact triangle. Write the extended fact family. Very similar to the very first problem. You have 60 times 5 equals the top. Remember, the products are always at the top, the biggest number. And so this divided by 5 equals 60. This divided by 60 equals 5. I want all of those there with the correct answer. Write equivalent fractions for 0, 1, and 2. So these are all divided up, and move the circle to 0.5 So it looks like we are in fourths. So we need to write down our fractions with 4 as our denominator. 0, 1, and continue on like that, and you will find what the equivalent fractions are for each of these. Write 2 fractions that name the point marked on the number line. So what is this point right here in the middle, okay, between 0 and 1, and what are 2 names for it? Taylor says that another name for 1 on the number line in problem 3, which is right here, is 4/4. Do you agree? And explain your answer. You're going to do that right here. All right, so we're moving on to English Language Arts. I don't think I have enough time, so I'm going to move on to another video. I will see you in the next video.